This is 2-year NoFap Master Gold Jacket Luke, and I hereby grant FreddyFairhair the position of NoFap Master, and I honor and knight him for his excellence in this very long and hard discipline. May the penis be with you.
This is FreddyFairhair, and I'm excited to announce that I've made it through 300 days of NoFap. What is NoFap? NoFap is no fap, which means masturbation. It's the sound you make when you are a guy and you fap, 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 fap. I'm gonna tell you how I have made my journey on 300 days of NoFap effortless. I realized something, so it became effortless. I just saw a different shift, like, oh, it makes sense now, okay. I just feel better when I'm on the state of NoFap than when I'm fapping. Like that amount of that 3-second joy of the orgasm can't match all the stuff that I can do in a week because I've been 3, 4, 5 days after coming, and the sexual energy is kind of merging into spiritual and creative energy. I just feel this extra drive, you know? I just feel this extra, you know? And I just appreciated that so much more. Like even every second, it's like, it feels truer. It's less bliss, but it just feels more me. Is NoFap a game of numbers? I have a NoFap ego to maintain because I want to influence. 300 days fap, okay, higher chance of you clicking, and then I can reveal this message. And a part of me wanted to impress my NoFap guru. But the truth is, sometimes I kind of wish that I could fap once in a while, just to see how it would feel the days after, and then collect more and more experiences and get a truer relationship with fapping. Is it healthy once in a while or no? I don't have that option now that I'm maintaining this streak. I think shame in this community, I think we should talk about that. When you have a egoic, selfish drive, something that is, if it's out of control, it becomes unhealthy. Those kind of desires are usually there because there's some kind of excitement about it. It's kind of kinky, it's kind of, if people saw you doing it, they would be like, no, 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 no. But if you see it like this, if there were no judgment and no shame, guilt, anything negative about what you were doing, what in a lot of cases happen is that something deeper comes in, and you go, oh, maybe I don't have to do it. Like the girl who colors her hair orange because her parents don't like it. If the parents are totally fine with it, she won't color her hair orange. And that's what happens a lot when the desires is not truly authentic. The guilt of the fap does much more damage than the fap itself. Whatever you do, forgive yourself. Replace the shame and guilt with forgiveness and watch what happens then. And maybe you want to embrace fapping for a while now, hearing these words, and you're free to do that. But if you do, then look for the truth, look for how you feel, and compare NoFap, the state of NoFap, with fap state. So if you do that, it'll be a natural merging into either less and less fapping or a balanced kind of rhythm, but there's no desire. There's not an uncontrollable desire anymore. And also it helped to get some affirmations from the outside, like Luke's videos. And there was also something that he said about channeling your sexual energy into spiritual energy, and that just resonated with me so much since I care about that. And it just makes sense for me to keep that energy flowing inside of me rather than release it to nothing in exchange of 5 seconds of pleasure. It just makes sense. It's different now because I did a streak of 120 days in 2012 so that I could increase my chance of getting laid. Totally different experience, and I never got that intrinsic motivation from it. It was always kind of, what do other people think of me? Girls will like me more if I am more like that. If I'm more like this, maybe girls will more like me. But now I see it as a more natural processing of sexual energy into spiritual and creative energy. And that just made it so easy for me to act accordingly. Again, is NoFap a game of numbers? I don't think one should be too fixated on your number, because it's just not a number, and maybe compulsive in some ways. But I wanted to have an influence and have an impact, make you click. But sometimes maybe it is healthy to release a go. But when I see it like this, like a spiritual practice, it's so obvious. I want to keep doing that. Do you see the value of channeling this energy into something deeper? Do you feel different? Do you feel better when you're off fapping than when you're on? And then you just act accordingly. Okay, it's very simple. Alright, so that's the shift that made it effortless for me. And I just appreciate this state that I'm in. And I feel the sexual energy is coming through me instead of being spilled on the ground, to use a biblical phrase. So whenever he slept with his brother's wife, he spilled his semen on the ground. So the Lord put him to death also. Thanks to the NoFap community, which is a great community, funny, I laugh a lot. You guys are amazing. You guys are like so totally cool. Good luck with your streak, and remember, you don't have to make it a streak, but keep an awareness on it. How do you really feel? What does it really give you? Just look at that. Look at your own experience, your own facts about it, and then you will either keep fapping or not. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts, and if you like this video, click a thumb up. And thanks to Gold Jacket Luke again for encouraging this video. Check out his videos. Lots of valuable insight on this topic of NoFap. So he's also doing coaching for people who really struggle with porn addiction or fap addiction. Yeah, so he's doing that kind of coaching. I coach too, but more in the social anxiety area of social freedom and confidence. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Viking power. NoFap power.